Greetings and welcome to the Liberated Stacker. This is my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you tuning in today. Here at the Liberated Stacker, we promise never ever to try and sell you something. We promise never ever to use AI, and we also promise never ever to use clickbait to get your attention to click on a video that's nothing like what was on the thumbnail at all. Yeah, I've fallen victim to many clickbaits, and I'll never do that to you. Like and subscribe. This is the silver stacking and coin collecting channel, brand new channel, and I really don't know anything about stacking or coin collecting. I'm working this channel from reverse, okay? I'm learning from you, and I'm sharing my experiences along the way, and I've got a good one for you tonight. So I went to my local coin shop to start stacking, and I bought some silver eagles here. I like the silver eagles. I thought it was around, but it turns out it's a real silver dollar. And then I bought this Canadian maple. I thought it was around, but it turns out it's a real silver dollar. And then I bought a real silver dollar. This is a Morgan. I'm learning this as I go. So with stacking, I bought, like I said, I bought some silver rounds, and I bought some silver eagles, and I'm stacking them along and along, and every week I'm going to the 3 different coin shops that I visit from time to time, usually after work. I'll go in when I get a little bit of money ahead, and I'll buy 3 or 4 silver eagles. I'll buy 3 or 4 rounds, maybe buffalo rounds, maybe generic rounds, and maybe if they've got some good Morgans or some peace dollars, I'll pick up 1 or 2 of those as well, and I'll bring them home, right? And I'll check them out in my red book, and then I'll log them inside my black book, where I have all my purchases that I ever made written down in this book. And it helps me to learn more about silver stacking and coin collecting. So one day, it was like any other. I was going to the coin shop, and my curiosity has been touched. I've been touched with curiosity with the historic value versus the silver content value, and the push and pull between those two dynamics. And I wanted to know a little bit more why. Why would this silver coin, which is a silver eagle, which was struck in 2000, be worth more than this Morgan, which is a 1888 Morgan silver dollar? This is one of my favorites that I got out of the bowl, you know. Anyway, that's just the way it is. There's really no rhyme or reason. It's just the market. And I've learned that you're going to probably pay more, for the most part, for a silver eagle than you are a cull or a minted historic coin that doesn't have any real long-lasting value as far as the date is concerned. The condition of this coin is great. I love these coins. But that's not always the case now, is it? We learned along that certainly historic coins can have more value than the silver eagle. And I'm going to explain a trip that I made to my local coin shop. I purchased some of these Franklins, these Benjamin Franklin, Liberty, Bell. This one's a proof. And I bought it at the coin shop. And I paid the same for this proof as I would have just any other one out of the bowl. So yeah, I thought I got a pretty good deal. I don't remember what I paid for it. It's not in the book. I don't record what I paid for the coins in the book. I do the other information instead. So anyway, I got hung up on these half dollars. And I started buying half dollars. And I got a lot of half dollars I'm going to show you, but not today. I got one I'm going to show you, but first I want to tell you a story about an experience I had at this local coin shop. And I went in to purchase I had been looking for weeks now to purchase an old $50. I had all of these Franklins, and I had some Liberties, but I wanted one like a seated Liberty, which I got one of those, and it's in pretty poor shape, but I got one anyway, and it was a price that I could afford, but it's a good coin, and I'll show that one to you one day, but it has no real bearing on today's story. I went to the local coin shop searching for a cap bust. I don't know why they call it that. Maybe it's because the Lady Liberty's got a cap on. Cap bust $50. I saw them on eBay, and I'm not going to buy anything on eBay. I want to buy from my local coin shop. This is a brick and mortar YouTube channel, and I'm going to buy all of my silver and all of my coins from a brick and mortar coin shop. We've got 3 great coin shops in driving distance from my home. There's no reason why I can't walk into the coin shop and leave with my coins and leave with my silver. Don't have to wait for them to come in the mail. That's just the way I want to do it. So I waited and visited all 3 coin shops, and the cap bust coins, the $50 that I found in the coin shops, were all out of my price range. Most of them were in the plastic certified slabs, and they were a lot of money, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. If I could have found one that was in poor shape but clean, I don't want holes drilled in them and all that sort of thing. I want a coin that I can see, hold, but it wasn't going to cost me a fortune to add to my stack. And I was having trouble finding one until one day I went into the coin shop on a Saturday morning, and they had 2 of them there in those paper slips. And one was more than the other. The one that was more was a pretty nice coin, and the one that was the other wasn't, but it was more inside my price range. So I looked at it, and I talked to the guy there a little while about it, and I decided to purchase that coin. So I gave him the money, and I came home with my coin, and I was so proud of my coin. So I went to log the coin in my book. So I went to examine the coin more closely. Now, like I said before, I'm a blue-collar worker. I own a welding shop. I owned a welding shop here, and I've worked in the welding business for 40 years, and my eyes are not what they used to be. Not because I was a welder, but because I'm not as young as I used to be. So I use this magnifying glass. Now, I understand that there's a type of glass that you can purchase that you can use to look at coins. But this is what I have, so this is what I use. And I brought my new found coin home, my $50 cap bust coin, and I began to examine it and look at it and check out the date, check out the obverse, check out the reverse, and I was looking at it, and I saw something that kind of set me off. I saw where somebody had taken like an ice pick, and they had carved in, I only can assume it was their initials. This is something that I did not see while it was in the slip. And it said CV on there, like Calvin Vincent. I don't know what, it just a C and a V was in what the area that they call the field of the coin. And I did not see this when I purchased the coin. And to say that I was disappointed was an understatement. I couldn't believe I had bought a damaged cap bust $50 coin, the coin that I had waited for, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks for them to get one. One finally came in, timed it just right, and went in there and bought it. I was so happy, but then when I came home and saw that it was damaged, well, that was it, right? Well, I was not happy with that coin that they had sold me. It was in a slip, and I had cut it out of the slip, was going to put it in one of these capsules here. That's what I like to save my coins, in these capsules. So I kind of fretted over it Sunday, and I was going to take it back on Monday, and I realized Monday the coin shop was closed, so I had to wait till Tuesday. I had a lot of work to do on Tuesday, so it had to go after work. So, of course, I was in my boots and my jeans and my dirty t-shirt when I went in. And yeah, I kind of played out the whole thing in my head before I got there. I wanted to make sure that I had everything in my mind set, what I was going to say and what I was going to do, and try and be as respectful and polite as well as express my disappointment. And I went into that coin shop and I said, hey man, I said, I made this purchase on Saturday, and I'm not happy with my purchase. I'm not happy with my coin. And I know that anyone that's in business, when they have a customer comes in and says that they're not happy with something, that it sets up an atmosphere of stress and anxiety. It sets up an atmosphere of friction. And I just wasn't happy with the coin. I didn't want to go back into that coin shop and tell them my disappointment, but I really had no choice. I was not happy with the coin I could handle the wear, right? If something is wore, I can handle something just if it's toned or damaged some way. But when somebody takes their knife or an ice pick and carves their initials in the field of the coin, well, I just can't have that. And I was a little disappointed that they did not reveal, the coin dealer did not reveal to me that coin was damaged like that. I would not have bought it if I had known it was that way. So I explained to him my feelings, and in order to get out of it, I just simply said, look, if it'll help, I would like to exchange this coin. I don't want my money back. I'm not here to get money. I'm here to get a coin. And would you be willing to exchange it for another? And of course, there was two of them there, one that was more money than the other. And they looked at it, and he took the glass and he looked at it. He said, yeah, I see it. You're right. And he apologized, and he said, I'm real sorry about that. So right away, coin shop redemption, right? And I was thrilled to hear him say that. And at this point, I was ready to, I think there was probably about like a $45 difference on the difference between this coin and the upgrade. So I had the extra $45, and I put the $45 down, and they sold me in exchange this beautiful 1936 lettered edge cap bust coin. Can you see that? I can't see if you can see it or not. I hope you can see it. It's a beautiful coin, has very little wear, and it has some wear up here and on the eagle, but not very much. I really like this coin, and I decided to leave it in the slip. And of course, I brought this one home. I cross-checked it on the red book, logged it in my book here, and I was thrilled to get it. And at that point, they said, well, for your trouble, we're going to throw in this $50, this Franklin $50. So they gave me this. It's so shiny, I guess it's a proof. And I've got two of them here. One of them I purchased, and one of them they gave me. So, for my trouble. And I was thrilled about that. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is the Liberated Patriot Stacker, and I'm so glad that you tuned in today. We'll do more of this content. If you like this content, like and subscribe, and I would really, really appreciate it. All right, until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.